Good morning, Mrs. McCarty's ELA classes. This is your greeting for the week. You might have seen on our school website that Ms. McGill has organized a Spirit Week online. So, this morning I started with school colors. That's the Monday. If you want to post a picture with yourself wearing school colors, you can follow the directions on the website. Tuesday is Crazy Hair Day. So I wanted to kind of advertise the Spirit Week and support Ms. McGill, and I thought crazy hair right now might be that I actually kind of did my hair this morning. So there you go. It actually looks like a school day. That's crazy hair right now. Wednesday is Pajamas and Books Day. So I have this handy stack of books that all students have given me this year that I'm supposed to be reading. So there's What Happens Now from Ava, Septimus Heap from Logan, Endling from Elijah. I bought this one, Persepolis, and suggested it to Fatima, and then she read it and gave it back to me to read, and passed me Stickman Odyssey along the way. So I guess on Wednesday I better make some progress. Just to be fair, there is a bookmark making its way through. Thursday is Rainbow Day. I couldn't get much further than what is taking up my entire kitchen table right now. Rainbow Loom is everywhere. And Friday, I will post something special for you for Dress Up Day. So here's a riddle to start our day off from Mad Gabs, the game. We've done these in class a little bit. The way you play is you take the words you see in front of you, ape, her, fact, doubt, fit. But you say them quickly. A perfect outfit. A perfect outfit. The answer to this one is a perfect outfit for Spirit Week. So now here's one for you to work on this week. Bend, eyeing, toot, riot, tout. See what you can make of that, and I'll put a spot in Schoology where you can blog your answers, and we'll see what everyone comes up with for a good laugh. Lastly, I just wanted to go over a couple of quick misunderstandings on last week's work. The most commonly missed questions were number 2 on vocabulary with the correct answer of D. This is the story about the woman who's gardening, and many of you picked the distractor, which was C, about a storm cloud building in the sky, but really the conflict, as you're asked for, is that she's going to be facing a nature conflict and it could destroy her crops. Next, most commonly missed was number 4, the story about the man working in the restaurant kitchen. Many of you chose that he'd be making bread now as a rising action. That's actually the conclusion of it because he spilled something in the kitchen and has to change the recipe. The correct answer is A. He looked around the kitchen, imagined all he could do with the new space when the boss left. This one was a little bit less complicated. It kind of surprised me, but many kids missed it. The climax in this story is actually that she's competing in the gymnastics competition. The story goes on beyond that to receive her scores, so those become the conclusion of the following action of the story. And lastly, number 6. This one was tricky. You were asked to find the falling action, and many of you chose C, that Gretchen and Lev continued the play. That's actually an implied conclusion. The last line of the story reads that he's ready to say his next line. So the fact that they go on in the play is actually their conclusion. The falling action before that is that Gretchen suddenly appears in her Juliet costume. That was a tricky one. You can see Chungus Gray poking through there. One last thing to show you. In TikTok, correct answers were, this is kind of old school. I couldn't think of a better way to do this that was quick and easy. D, it's the World Health Organization's main problem, not TikTok's problem, so the answer is D. Number 2 is C. The expert is explaining how people can help solve this problem by not spreading the virus. The central idea is D. Who is posting TikTok videos to try to combat the false information? And the summary would need to include the fact that misinformation about the virus is clogging up social media and causing some of the misunderstandings. So those are just the answers to this week's work. Do not worry about grading. The district is working on directing us, but percentage grades for these assignments are not going to count. Just think about the correct answers and how you would understand them differently. Here's your Schoology folder for the week. So I'm in the English folder with the googly eyes. And way down at the bottom, you will see distance learning. This was the first one, the 16th the 23rd. This looks gray right now to you, but that's because I haven't published it to go live until I'm sure I've got it all right. So it will be set by this evening and I'll put it out there for you to see it. But what's inside of it, once I publish it, will include this video, a Word document checklist of all the things to do this week, Mad Gabs from this video, a quick Greek roots activity, and that's like 1 or 2 words or sentences. This is the meat of your lesson this week. There's a Nearpod link in here for you to follow again and go through some steps. This folder, oh, I'm sorry, I just realized it wasn't showing that. Thinking about a plot in literature is the part you need to see, you need to go to a Nearpod lesson in. In the independent work choice, you will choose one task. One's multiple choice from Flocabulary. It is different than last week's. The other's a written response in reflection on the dinner party story. And lastly, the Weekly Wonder. This is a no pressure, just fun piece. You can do this as a family, you can do it with a sibling, or just on your own, a little creative thinking and maybe a little jotting down of a story. So that is your weekly folder this week.